Welcome everyone, this is Will, KMac Vintage. How are you all today? It is Saturday, October 12th. Tomorrow, Sunday, we have Dave's stream and hopefully we have a SpaceX launch taking place. So that would be interesting to see. Anyway, I haven't done a stream in a bit because I've been busy building things for stock inventory and things that we're selling. We now have Fuji nets. Hold on one second. We have Fuji nets that we're selling. A bunch of other stuff. So let me just refresh this to see something. I want to make sure that the video's live. Yes, it is. Okay, good. I've been building those items. I have been building our compact cards because the newer version. This is one of the older versions. The newer versions have the fan as you control in it. And in the meantime, too, I am Fuji nets, those. I have some other projects that are being worked on that I had to order and get parts in and so forth. And one of the other things, let's see if I can get some light. I don't know why it's so dark. Anyway, but then that's shining right in my face. Anyway, besides that, the projects that I'm working on. One customer that I had to reload a board for also wants one of our custom cases. So if you look, that's what I'm here working on. You can see how I do my cable management. So we have here the LED for the blue SCSI, and then underneath is the LED for power. So when you look from here, power is on top, SCSI LED is on the bottom. So the one as SCSI is a real short one, but the other one is a long one that comes way back here in this bunch, and they're all labeled. I labeled them all. So then we have two, and we have the speaker over here, passing underneath and coming in here to the back. These two LEDs over on this side, one is for the video good and one is for video issues or problem. Then we have another speaker over here that comes through, and then the fan. Then the floppy emu will go on top, like I see that. So it helps to manage the cables and control them by running them underneath the boards and having very nice cable management. Luke, hey, how are you? Way up there in Calgary. Hope you're doing well. So this board is coming along very well. This machine is coming along very nicely. So now I need to do some connections. I need to put some header pins on the switches for the floppy emu and a ground so I can get that. I'll show you why in a minute, because up here I've got buttons, you see. So I need to make those buttons connect to the floppy emu. Okay, so I've got the reset, I've got the next, previous, and the select. So those buttons there need to those wires need to connect here. So I need to do the cables for that. And well, I need to put the headers on first because floppy emu doesn't have any place for that. So I just solder it right next to the switch connection. Then I have the screen also, which is right here. The screen has to go over here. Although I have no. This is a brand new emu that I just got in. Blue SCSI is already in and actually secured. This is a Wi-Fi version. So the actually screen will go in right here and pop in there. I can see that, but right now I can take it out because I'm not ready for that yet. I need to find some wires that I can use. I thought I had some. I did buy a bunch. I just don't know where they all are. I have a bunch of DuPont cables here, but none of the ones I'm looking for. Anyway, but let's go. Who else is here? Yeah, the case is very nice, Luke. I mean, this is the top. Okay, so when I have it secured, that's the front. So you have your blue SCSI right here where the SD card will slide in. You got your two LEDs here, power and SCSI. This is where your screen will sit. This is the card slot for the memory card. And then I have a PCB that I gotta make and put the buttons on, and a connector that will then actually screw in here. There's one that will also screw in back here, and that is for the single mode RGB to HDMI operation. Then here I connect the power amplifier, which I still gotta find. The fan is in here now. This is a 12-volt fan, because for you to do the fan control, you need to use a 12-volt. Okay, now I do have some very sticky double-sided tape right underneath this joint here and here for the cable management. I try to do it as nice as possible as I can. Retro Techie, hey, how are you? Goat? Why am I the goat today? Greatest of all time? Uh, I would debate that with you, because there are others that feel and think and know that they are above that. Anyway, we're not gonna go there today, right? Let's just have fun. Let's just have a bunch of fun. Anyway, then I have the RGB. I have the HDMI cable here, and this is a neat thing because I buy them like this, and then I 3D printed this that it's gonna fit right in there, and then this goes on top and locks it in. So, but I need to. Now let's go ahead and put it in there and see. Okay, you see, so it's nicely in there. Let's go to the scope and you can see better. See, so it gives you a very nice fit. It's very stable in there. Okay, and then what I end up doing is here in the two holes, here, and I'll put in brass inserts. Okay, and then the actually screws go in and they hold this in place, so it will not slide out, because you're gonna be pushing a lot on this cable. I mean, if you switch your thing in and out, and then this sits right here on top of it very nicely, securing it in and also helping to hold the cable down. So it's a very nice setup there. The only thing is that this cable is kind of long, but it's all right. It's what it came with. I mean, and so if I was to take this now and put it in here, okay, so now that's in place. So, but anyway, I do have. When I buy it with this end, the cable is very long, but when I buy it with the other end, it comes short. So I have some of the short cable, so I may use that. Because if I build one with a built-in screen, then I can use this longer cable because I got a longer distance to actually go. Let me find one of the shorter cables and you'll see what I mean. Yeah, you see, there's the shorter cable, and that's all I need. I don't need more than that because the distance is very short. Okay, it's not on this piece. It's on the bottom piece that the HDMI connects to. So anyway, we'll do that in a bit. Who else is here? Chip, hi, how are you? Um, Retro Techie. I mean, I was just being nice with saying not today, but anyway, um, we'll leave it at that. Then I also have to put in a extension for the SD card. That's gonna go right here. So um, let's get these things soldered onto this board, and then um, that way then I can go ahead and secure this in there, because I'm trying to see what's a better direction to put that. Alright, so y'all can see what I want to do is, now I've done this on my prototype one, and is I come with a 90-degree pin header, and I want to solder it. Basically, I need to solder it right onto this. Okay, that's it. That's all I need to do. Well, the thing is that it's here is large. On this end, it is large HDMI. Okay, but the end that goes into the Pico, like here, you see the Pico. That's the mini. It's not the micro, but you see it's the mini. So, but that's inside the machine, and really you're not gonna see that. You're not gonna use that. Okay, it's inside the machine, and that's it. It's like this one. I want to go in there. Okay, there. See, so outside is the large format. Inside is the small format. Let me see the chat. That's tiny. You can never solder that properly. Well, it's things. I don't know. Things have their way of actually working out. So right now I put some sticky stuff just to hold that one pin there that I got to solder in. Then I'll come to this side here. I don't really need to focus this, but just I'm trying to get it for y'all to see. And I found my spare soldering iron today. I knew I had one, but I just couldn't find it. I couldn't find it. I went and ordered a new one. Now I found mine, so. But I always like to have one spare, one extra. Okay, that pin right there, basically, what that's gonna give me is actually ground. Okay. Uh, oh shoot, what's happening here with my that camera was hitting all sorts of stuff on my screen. So basically, that's gonna give me ground. Um, so if I come here now, the ground is up here. Oh, I'm not. Did I solder it in the wrong one? No. Okay. Okay, that's gonna give me the actual ground that I need for the switches, for the remote switches. Now to see how the hell I'm gonna solder these. I want to secure them away to hold them there. No, I can't do that from there. I need to do it from out here. This thing is just to help me hold it, secure it, so then I can come in here and solder it. I may actually melt it. Here we go. Rock solid, look at that. Rock solid, perfect. See, there's always a way of doing something. Maybe that's why I am the GOAT? No. There were others that will debate that. I'm fairly new to all this stuff, so we can get that one in there. I don't think that one's stuck. No. All right, hold on. That was stuck. Someone asking what that sticky stuff you see. Now it's good and secure there. See? This was something I saw Adrian was using. I put mine on my GitHub, so if you search KMac Vintage, or I think it's KMac. Hold on, let me see if I can find the link, and I'll drop it in here for you. I put one version out there so far, okay, but the one I put out there does not have the floppy emu, okay, because one person asked me for a version without the floppy emu, so I went ahead and I put that one out there. I have not put this one out there yet. GitHub KMac. See, I made a mistake when I put this out there. I put it on under my own, under, I put it under my personal KMac Vintage one before we had a team, and then we made a team site, and I kind of, because I don't use GitHub too much, put, I kind of put it under the wrong section. All right, here, let me, all right, I just copied it. Let's see. All right, see if that works for you, Chip. Okay, this is actually version 1. I mean, this is actually variant 1 of the case. All right, it's the top piece, the bottom piece. It's these two. It's okay. It's the top piece, which is what I'm working on right there. This is the bottom piece. Okay, so really the bottom piece is not too much. It's got a switch that goes there. Your actually Pico input power goes there. These are your bottom normal ports for the board, and then this is your HDMI. So it includes these two pieces. It includes these two, because this is going to end up screwing in right here. You see. Uh, it goes in there. It goes in there. I just can't do it single-handedly right now. So, and it also includes the there are some tie down pieces that go across here and here and here. So there's the one called SCSI, so you need 2 of those, and one called floppy, and you need 1 of those. That's just to help manage the cables. All right, so okay, and then yeah, and then there's also a document in there that is called, let me go to it here. Um, Items needed text. Okay. Cable tie. Okay. Yeah, and it also includes the file for there are two buttons here. Point five. Hey, how are you, man? I was worried about you. How did you survive over there, man? With Milton. So it includes all that, and in the items needed file, there is the information of the items you have to buy, like the speakers. There are links. Everything I got off of Amazon except for the Blue Scuzzy and the Floppy Emu, right? But the fan you can buy from there, the speakers, even the cables, these cables. I have a bunch of them, so I bought like a pack of certain of a length ones, and then I cut and use as I need. Then, as you can see, I have my own crimping tool here that I can crimp them myself and all that. So, if I need to make custom cables, I can do it. Then these here is just an actually just a tubing for the IIci shrink tubing that I run them through, and then I just shrink it. Hold on one second. So so yeah, that's, let's see here. Got your SC30 HDMI power adapter last week. Oh, oh yeah. I mean, you bought one of these then, and I think you have one that's got all of the headers on it, right? But yeah, there's a lot of customization that needs to be done. Like, I mean, if you want to print that case, now the one I sent you does not have this at the front. Okay, this is blank. It only has the blue scuzzy. But this bracket is still in there. This piece, because that's part of it. I wasn't gonna take that out, and I use that as my cable management. Like what I showed earlier is that, I mean, I put the board in here, sort of stuff to be nicely underneath it. You see, so you can still kind of um, run something down here. I mean, put something in here to kind of hide that and actually help with the cables, or do like what I did. I've got double-sided tape down there holding that down, and so forth. So, all right, point five. What do you say? All right, and I think you got, this is version 1.1. I think that's the one you got. We're now up to version 1.4 that looks like this. So it's a little bit different than the board you have, and we actually have 1.6 coming out. 1.6 really just fixes some of this text so that you can read it better, because I don't like using just normal headers like actually this that are just the pins, because it's easy to pop off. So I've switched everything to these actually JST plugs that then they will actually lock in place. No issues except for my street was flooded on both ends, not in front. Okay, today is finally reseeded, so I can drive out it, but no power issues or damage. Great. Yeah, the house in actually West Palm Beach area too. They got a little bit of rain here and there, and there were some tornadoes in the area, but nothing happened in our neighborhood there. Now, my sister that lives in actually Fort Myers, and her two kids also. Um, my niece, a tornado passed right by their house, but no damage to the house, but it did damage their fencing, and I think some of their screen of their pool actually blew off for sure. That always blows off, but um, and then but really they only had one actually feeder band pass over them, and then actually that was it. They didn't have any more rain. I mean, they had maybe actually 2 hours worth of rain, and the rest was gone. It was they were on the southeast side of the storm, so it really didn't impact them too much. Everything was actually to the north and northeast and northwest. So they really lucked out. Spend the morning cleaning tree debris out of my yard, mostly small stuff. Great, man. Great that things are back to normal. So yeah, so on this version here, Chip, The really the only things that have changed is that we've made some of the text a bit better to read, and we've added back here. It's back here. There is an ATtiny chip now, and some circuitry and a temperature sensor. And this temperature sensor will work with the ATtiny program that is running on there, and sense the temperature inside the case, and it will control the fan. So if the fan needs to spin harder, it will send more current. That's why we had to step up to an actually 12-volt fan, so that it has some room, because with actually 5 volts you don't have that much room to send different amount of current to the fan for it to spin faster or actually slower. So the new boards have that on it, um, and the actually negative 5 volt, mm, the negative 5 volt circuitry, instead of it being up here like on a small board that was sitting right here, it's now built in and it's under. So we are improving on this. Now version 1.6 has a lot of this text fixed, and it has another issue, another little mistake that we had back here fixed. The actually bomb had one wrong actually resistor value. Instead of 100K, it had an actually 100 ohm. So I had to switch that, and the transistor here I had to turn it, because Joachim, when he laid it out, he put the traces going to the wrong pins. Um, so I just had to take off the transistor, turn it, and it would work. So because most of this comes already pre-assembled with all of the SMD stuff on it from the factory. The only things I have to add on here are the big items like all of these connection points or switches, and these here, and there are 3 LEDs up here in front that I have to add. So really, it's not that bad of a project. It goes pretty quick. So this one I'm going to use in this board for him, because it's got the I'm using all actually JST connections. Now, one of the nice things though is, like, I mean, this here is for the LED. So if I don't want to switch it, I can still put that on there. And say, even though it's actually JST, I mean, it does hold stronger and better. I mean, it does hold better. I really got to pull it out. Okay, so this is gonna be a nicer board. Wow, 60 to 100 mile per hour winds for hours. Oh, and rain the whole time. Yes, I saw in your area, because I don't want to say where you are. In your area, yeah, when I was looking at the radar images and that, y'all had a loads of rain. Y'all, because y'all were on the north side. That's why. I mean, y'all were really getting slammed over there. So for the 8 people watching, thank you so much for being here. Appreciate it. I have a few that are in the chat, so feel actually free to join in the chat if you wish. And then, all right, so let's go back. I still got 2 more of these legs I need to put on this floppy emu. So we did that one. We did that one. Now we got to do this one, and they're staying on pretty solid. So happy with that. Oh, if you're wondering what that sticky tape that I'm using, okay. Um, I saw this. Adrian had this on one of his streams, and it's this blue tack. You can still find it on actually Amazon, um, and it really helps. I mean, I'm probably never going to use this whole pack, because it comes quite a lot in here. So as you can see, I'm only using a small little piece here, and really helps me when I don't have enough fingers and hands for me to do what I need to do. So it's a nice added item to use to hold things in solder, because, like, as you saw, I have to hold with how I have to hold this on here is very tricky. Yes, it is very nice stuff to actually use. I don't know if y'all have seen Adrian. recently. He's been doing some great videos. He featured our compact board that we have here. Um, I should leave alone. I should leave well alone, right? But I don't like that piece of solder sticking. I don't know if you can see it. Let me see if I can focus in on it. So there's a little extra piece sticking out the side here, and I want to get rid of that. Boy, I'm glad I found my other soldering iron. Okay. All right, those are rock solid. They're on very strong. All right, so I got one more now to put on, and that's the one up here for the reset. Now it's on the outside. The inside pins are actually ground. I tested it on my meter, and I can also see that here. Um, your focus, okay? No. I can see here that this pin here is connected to this actually ground plane. All this is ground plane. And with it connected there, then I know these two, you can see it from there and there, those two are ground, and this has the signal coming to it. So these are your two signals, and these are the ground. So I'm going to put that there first. Try to come in here. You know, actually, beyond the one machine I made for me, this is really one of the first ones that I'm doing for someone. So, oh shoot, you can't even see that. Okay, there. Okay, I got the pin down. We lost one person. But anyway, thank you for stopping in when you did. Okay. Nicely done. Okay. So all those are in good and strong. Um, I have my ground. I have, I want to try to get you a better view of what I'm doing in here. You may get a little bit out of focus. I'm going to try to zoom this in. All right, so I can at least slide this around and see you, so you can see better. Okay, so I got that there. Now I can actually screw this in. Got more screws than I need. You know what the drawback is? A lot of these screws I can't buy down here on the island. So when I'm in Florida, I have to remember to buy them, or I have to get them off of Amazon and send to my forwarder, and then they charge me minimum $18 to something to fly in. But the good thing is at that price, I mean, they do all the clearing and everything for me. So because it has to be cleared by the Cayman Island Customs. Okay, so floppy emu is now installed in there. We have our ground connection is going to go here, and then our 4-button connections. All right, so fairly actually straightforward. The speakers are in there, held in there with the same double-sided tape that I use down below there. So they're in there. I have everything labeled. So like this is fan, speaker left. This is video J8, speaker R, video J7, power LED. So everything is nicely labeled. Okay. I do have the floppy cable. This is the floppy cable that came with the EMU, but it's so long, I don't need that much length. Really, even this is too long. I may cut this a bit more. I may leave it this long and then just fold it. Yeah, but you see, I can't fold it that much because there's not that much space. I gotta cut some more of it off. It's been cut. That's it. All right. I'm not worried about cutting it because I have the ends I can put on. I'm gonna crimp on my own ends. So you see, so this one will go here, and then I still have enough here for the bend when it's in the machine. Because when you open the case, then okay. Yeah, but before I do that, let me actually crimp on that end. I have to get my crimping tool. 1 second here. I make a lot of my own cables because it's much easier. Because then I can get the lengths that I want. Right now, I want to see something on an SE30 board. Perfect. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Like this. What I was checking to see was what's the best way for me to put it in so that it goes into the board flat. And I'll show you that in a minute here because. Okay. So that's the crimper tool for these things, for these IIci connectors. That's it. It's crimped. I can do the same for also SCSI cables. Okay, so then this will connect there. Okay, so now I have this and it will fit right in the board in the proper location. Okay, because that's what I wanted to see when I have the board sitting in the case on the bottom. See, it will go straight in and it's nice and flat. Okay. All right, now I can put in this piece that I print here that holds all of these cables nicely down here, you see. So let's go ahead and screw that in. This uses two screws that are a bit longer and bigger. The thing is, I think these are not magnetic. Oh, that one has something in it. Martin, hi, how are you? Glad you could join us from across the pond. So I am building one of my custom cases. This is to go to someone that's frequents most of our channels. So he wanted one of these. So he wants a version without the screen in it. Okay, so we have the floppy emu over there is just about done. Well, not really done. I need to find my amplifiers. I know. Oh, here they are. Because I have some soldering to do here. All right, so this is just a very simple amplifier. Um, this is the volume knob and the actually on off, but I need to do the inputs. Okay. And then I also need to do the. I need to do the in. I need to put headers on all of these here, so that I can just plug in. Then I can screw it in. All right. So these are left and right out, and then I've got power plus and minus, and then I've got input left, right, and ground. Okay, so it's a fairly straightforward thing there I need to do, but I want to. Where did I put them? Where did I put them? Oh, over here. You'll see in a minute, shortly here, what's you see. So this is the speaker cable here. These are the jacks that I have for it. See, so this is using the actually JST minis. These are a bit smaller. Okay. Um, but what I want to do is I'm going to pop off these two and then do an actually four head. Well, an actually 4-pin, because on the amplifier here, this is actually 4-pin. Oh, come on, go in there. Oh, I can't use these minis. I gotta use the actually larger one. Hold on. 4. Yeah, here you are. Okay. See, so it's gonna end up having that on it. Okay, then I can use a mini. On the input, I'm only gonna use a 2 because I'm gonna bridge it on the back side. Okay, so then I'll have that, and then I don't think I can put a power one here. I don't think there's enough room. Let's see. Yep, I can. So it's a bit tight, but I can make it work. So let's go solder these in. Take out the screws that I need for the scuzzy stuff from now. Then I can put this away. Alright, let's go solder these on. Again, let's use some of the sticky stuff. There we go. Who's all here? Retro, all good here. I'm putting together a custom SE30 case that works with our SE30 compact board. The compact board is the replacement for the analog power supply and CRT of a SE30. Alright, that one is in. Maybe I can use a smaller one there for the power instead of the large JST. Let me see if I can put, let me see if a mini one will fit there better. I don't think a mini will go because the spacing is not correct. See this? Well, yeah, I think I like the mini more. But I need to turn it the other way. So remember, positive is on the right. Once I crimp the wire, it'll be okay. Alright, so that's on. Now we can do the one for the audio jack. Left, ground, and back, okay. That's the input. I don't have left and right on the SE30, so I can pick any one of them. And then I will bridge the left to the right. Yes, this was the short that I put out, that I put out yesterday. So yes, this was the one that I put out yesterday. All right, let me make some space up here. I don't need all of these. All right, now the one thing I need to do is I need to bridge. I need to put a little bridge wire from here to here. So luckily I save all of my cuttings from actually through hole things. So we're gonna create something here. I'm gonna go ahead and solder this in on this end so it's secured where I can then bend it better. Okay. Hopefully this is all I need to do here. Okay, so left and right are joined together. Oh my god, look at this. They didn't even solder these. This is how it came to me. Hmm. Or are they not supposed to be soldered? You make sure everything else on this board is soldered. Okay. Okay, so we have the little amplifier here ready. Now it goes in the hole here, and then I secure it. Okay. It's got the nut and the washer back here. But before I do that, I need to make these little cables here. Well, one of them is just a jumper from the logic board that's going to plug into here. Okay. Then this is the power that is going to come from this board to here directly. So that's another little jumper wire I need to make. But the one here, I already have the cables for it. So what we're going to do, I didn't use this big one, now is we're going to transfer these speaker wires over to a 4-prong to one of these. Now I think, no, that's video, speaker. All right. Luckily, these are pretty straightforward to actually undo. There's not much rocket science to it, and I don't need to cut and actually recrimp. So, but I want to show you on the scope what I'm going to do. So we have the wire here. I know my fingers look awful. All right, so all I'm going to do is I'm going to take my nice pick here that I have, that I just, then I can pull out this red. Usually I use my tweezer. Okay, so that's out. And this one is out. Okay. So I don't need, but I do need to see one thing here. Okay, the two positives are in the middle. The two negatives are on the outside. Oh boy, where did that drop now? I'll find it later. All right, so we have the four. This is the 4-prong. I hope I can use the same. So if I use, this is left, so left is on this side. I am gonna have to recrimp this. This is a different size crimp. Yeah, I have to recrimp them. I can't use the same crimps, so I was hoping I could. Anyway, so we're gonna crimp it. You're back, restart the work you've done. What do you mean? You want me to restart everything for you to see what I've done? Okay, so I need to cut off these crimps and put on the bigger ones. Sorry you're not going to see some of this. It's just difficult to do it all on camera. Basically what I did was I just actually stripped the wires. Okay. I cut off the crimps and I stripped them. Now I'm going to coat them with some solder. So a little bit of flux on there. That's that. Um, I'm going to do speaker right at the same time. So let's just go ahead and cut that off. I'm going to strip those. Retro techie now. Come on, I can't go that far back. You should have stayed here to watch. Nah, it's. I know we all got other stuff to do. We all got a life, right? Okay, same thing here. I'm gonna coat these because then it makes it crimping a hell of a lot easier, and it's a better job. Oh, need some solder. Okay, those are nicely crimped. Now I need to get the crimps. Let's see which ones I need. Yeah, this is them. I need 4 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's clean up this mess here. All right, I'm gonna zoom this out a little bit, so as much as I can, so then it's a bit better to see. This is the big crimper that I use. Extra work there. Why? I like to. I mean, it's simplifying the actual process. I mean, I don't want to leave a lot of cables in this case hanging around. Um, so basically, I put the end in there. You can see I already have it somewhat in there. You see, so it's in there. See. So now I can just take one of my cables, and all I do is just stick it in there. correct. And there it is. Okay. Nice. Okay, so you will pre-IIci load it to a certain point. Alright. I'm going to cut a little bit off of this. This is very long. Okay. Nicely done. Look at that. Professional. Again, it's loaded. And the other thing is why I choose to make my own cables and make it nicer and the right lengths is to give the customer a finished product, a nice quality product that doesn't have a bunch of cables running around in there. And the person that this is going to is going to be a lot happier that he's getting a good product. Okay, that's all done. Now I can take this header, okay, and basically looking at it like this, see, right, left, the two positives are in the middle. Okay, so if this is left, let me see where the pin is. Okay, there it is. That's gonna go right here. And then this one will go right there. That's left. Yep. And speaker right. Okay, now they're all in. My two positives are in the middle. And when I plug this into the speakers, it's in. See? That's that. Nicely secured and locked. I can still get it out. There. All right, so the other two wires are wires that I need to make later. But at least the audio part is done. So I can try to secure this in here now. Let me clean up this a little bit. So second here. I'm gonna come back over here to the other camera. Okay, so now I need to put this in here. Um, Hold on, someone just messaged me and let me tell them join this, jump on the stream. Um, all right, so we have to secure this in here now. Now, luckily, the way the case is made, this will fall right in because it's already at the right. See, it's already the shape of the nut. See, so it's already in there, nice and tight. I can't use the washer, so that just stays out. Now, it's gonna take me a couple tries because I'm totally dependent on how the threads are of how this sits. You see, I gotta. That's okay. So I need to reposition this nut a little bit. Because I want it to be at a certain position. I want it, so I have to experiment and try to get the threads in there exactly the way that I need it. This could be it. Yep, there it is. Okay, you see, I want it nice and tight position, just like that. Yeah. So Vernon, yes, that's exactly what I did. I was just experimenting with it a little bit. So you see, so now I still have a little bit of access cable here, but I mean that's fine. But at least the speaker now will be able to plug right in, see, nicely. When I had it, I should have made the speaker cables the same length when I had the ends off. But anyway, live and learn, right? I can always secure this. Because really right now I don't need both of the tags anymore. I'll probably take them off and just put one, and at that time I will wrap it around this and just a speaker. So now that's good, and you know what? Let's go ahead and do that. Oh, gotta put it away. Yes. So yes, they're my label. And let's trim it a bit. Okay, so now we know that is speakers. I will trim those other ones off. Speakers is there. All right, let's finish up the SCSI now. The SCSI 2, I'm going to make a cable. Here, right. Let me just tell this person. All right, speaker. SCSI cable. Let me. Where are my ends? Where are my ends for this? 10-pack connector pro. No, that's the wrong one. Two by 10. 2x10. I'm just looking for my ends. Give me 1 second here. Connector pro. No, that's too small. Is it these? I may not have any more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. No, it's not these. I might have finished my SCSI. Yeah, I hope not. My SCSI stuff finished. Oh boy. I don't have enough to make a SCSI cable, so I'll have to use one of mine temporarily, and this is very short. I need to order that stuff then. No, man, I gotta have that somewhere. Could it be with my Lisa stuff? No. Why would I not have it? What did it? Anyway, all right. Let me get a SCSI cable. One is little bit longer than that one. Thought I had a longer one here on the bench. It's a short one. Where are my two long ones? Alright, we're gonna do some cutting and snipping here. Because this is a SCSI, this is 50. Okay, but I don't need this much length. I mean, this is a extremely long cable. Okay, so we're gonna cut, and I'm gonna reuse the end. I will take off the end, and I think I can cut somewhere there. Let me see how long that is. Yeah, quite a bit shorter. Alright, my cable that I'm going to use. Now I need to take the end off of this one. Alright, let's go do some surgery here. Again. Alright, so these here, sorry if this, even for me, the focus is bad. Gotta be very careful not to break this. This is a bit different. Did I unhook it yet? No, it's still hooked. No, it's under it. Yeah, it's under it. Okay, it's coming up. See, it's very careful. I gotta be not to break this little piece that's right here. That side loose. Okay, the other side loose too now. All right, I got this piece out without breaking it. Okay, that's half of the battle. Now this other piece. I don't remember how these lock in place. There you go. And there we go. All right. Yeah. Now I got the end that I need. All right. All right, that's off. That's loose. All right, so now we look at this cable here. The mark, pin 1 is marked by the brown. Again, I want to make sure that I get it right so it lays flat, so I'm going to put this side in. And then this side here. Okay. Um, I think it's on the back side. Yeah, it's on the back for the SCSI. Yes, okay. So I have it the right position now. So now I need my crimping tool. Okay, so now I need to get this in here. There we go. I need to pull this out. All right, so it's in there, and away we go. That's crimped. We flip it over. And we put this one in place. There we are. Cable is in place. We have a custom length SCSI cable. It goes in like that. Get my 2 tie downs. for this cable. That one is it. Okay, so we have a nice connection now to this SCSI. And we can leave the speakers plugged in. The other two I still need to make. Those are other cables that will come. All these other ones now are also cables that will connect to the board. This one still needs a header on it. Both of those still need a header on them. The large one, let's see if I can use the same pins that are on here, or if I'm going to have to recrimp this. Now, these two without the header, without this on it, are for here. All right, and positive is on this side. Okay, so I need to see. This is J7. I don't know if these pins will work. Where's my lock? No, I'm gonna have to change the ends. Okay, we got more ends to change. I mean, I could put on the plastic, the black normal ones, and just stick them in, okay? I mean, these here can work, but then they're not locked in place. You see, I can't put that in, but it's not locked then. You see. Anyway, all right, so we have to change the ends. I got to change this one too here anyway, the actually power LED, because that's for this one here. Well, that one locks in pretty good. You know what? For now, let's just see what we can do with this. I can always pop them back out, cut them, because I'll have to cut them anyway. All right, I can work with that right now, and then I'll change them. The fan is already here, so it already has the right connector on it, so it will plug in right there. That's a 12-volt fan. those things slide too easily. Okay, and then we still need to do some work here with the floppy emu now. Let me put some things away here. Alright, I need some cables here. Do I not have shorter? This is one item we still gotta put in also, which is the SD card reader. I may have to dig in there and empty that out a little bit. That's in there. Basically, this will just come in here and connect in here. I'll have to run it better, but it just slides in there. Okay. Now I need the jumper. I need to make these boards here. Okay, I got some boards. I have a board that goes there with some buttons on it. But I need to find them. I thought they were in this bin, but it's not. Where are those boards? I think maybe in here. It's empty. Oh. Oh man, they gotta be in this bin. In everything I did for the SC30 project is in these bins. Well, PCBs are not in this box. Checking in a different box there, they're not there either. I gotta find those PCBs because I need them. That's the tech step project. No, man, they gotta be. Are they in this one? No, because this is the FujiNet one. This is FujiNet. Oh man, where did I put my PCBs? Guys, give me 1 second here. I need to run to the restroom and come back. I'll leave the microphone here on my desk. I don't know where I have that right now. I don't know where I put those PCBs. Is that project? No, that's the SE30 compact board. It could be in this one. Because this is all part of the same thing. No, not in this one. Crap! Where are my little PCBs? I need to find those because that's what's going to allow me to build the thing here for the buttons and the one there in the back. Because everything else here is just about done except, I can't connect these wires here until I have that. And the screen, these are going to be too short. Yeah. And uh, that's a 90 degree there. Basically what this is for is to connect the IIci screen up to the front. So this is just going to be directly flat as it is the color scheme that I'm going to use with it. Now, if you don't have a floppy emu, you don't need to do all of this. I got too many wires. I only need 7. So what I could do with that one is use it as the ground. Just don't like this length though. I don't like how long this is. I'll use that as the ground. Here's a screen for the emu. Now it sits on here like this, so then I have to use, I may not leave this in with a 90. It just doesn't sit in too good. They need to be a bit longer. Alright, let me use a different wire. I don't want to. I don't even have enough of the one that I need. I need to order some of this cable. Alright, here. I'll use the one out of my other machine. So basically all I'm doing is just extending the screen off of the board onto the front of the machine by using this. Okay, so I put that on with the same format. Then seeing how the screen goes on like this. Alright, the cable I used here with blue, so I gotta start from this side going into here. That's that. That's in. And then this one will eventually connect to the ground of the board that's going to be here. Alright, so are we at a point where I can test some of this? Yes. I actually need to make some space up here. Alright, so we have this at a point where I have everything labeled. I can practically test it. Alright, so those are nice and neat. Done here. £7,000 he wants for this machine. Holy cow, no way. Crazy price. Alright, don't have the emu stuff working yet there. But let's get the bottom of this case and let's get his board. Here's the board. I mean, it fits so easily in this case that that's it. There's nothing. There are no IIci screws. It's a perfect tight fit. You see, so there's nothing to it. I'm gonna use his ROM. His RAM. Oh no, this ain't his RAM. This is his speaker and jumper cable. Okay, I'll have to use my RAM. Did he? No, he sent me RAM. Here it is. Sent me quite a bit of RAM. These are 16 megs each. Okay, so now and he's got more because I think these are also no, these are not 16. But let's go ahead and put in all of his RAM. They're the plastic sockets, so you got to be very careful with them. See, like that one did not go in good. Last thing I want to do is break a RAM socket. I have to switch that. Okay, so what I have not done yet is the HDMI for this, so that's gonna go sit right here. Okay, there's an opening right there for it. But for now, well, yeah, I need to get it done because I can't do for now. I gotta melt in some of here are the freaking boards I was looking for. They were in here. Okay, so I can continue with that case now. I knew I had them somewhere. So I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm gonna need 8 of these total. See what this is a little board that I put on the buttons, and then I put a header here so I can connect it in. Okay, so all right, but what I gotta do first now, I forgot one thing in here that I gotta put in here. Okay, and remember over here there are the two buttons. So we also have two 3D printed buttons that have to go in there. By the way, if y'all are wondering, this is the Apple color. This is the as close match as possible to the Apple color. Okay, so those two buttons are in, see, they will move easily. Okay, now I need to slide it in underneath that, and it could be a bit tricky. There. See, very nice. Okay, so that's in. On this guy here, I'm gonna go to the scope because I can do this better with the microscope. Okay, so I have the HDMI connector here. Alright, now I need to insert these brass things. So it's not a difficult process. It's just with this and then with my soldering iron, but I need to lower the temperature. Okay, we'll go to 300, that's fine. Okay. And basically all I do is I take one and stick it in here. And then melt it like I see this. Okay. That will harden. And you do the same thing over here. Okay. I'm gonna let that cool off a little bit. While that's cooling off, let me find the screws I need for this. These are the long ones. Here, okay. Okay, those are two of the long ones, and I need two of the short ones. Is it the short ones or all the long ones? No, these are all the long ones. think not. Okay, so we have this piece here. Now I need to secure this on it, see? So this is going to lock it into place. So I'm going to fix your focus. Hello, Adam. Adam, hey, how are you, man? Glad you joined it. Joined. I haven't chatted to you in a while. Would love to see what you've been up to. Um, Also, we now sell Fujinet's Apple for the Apple II family. Shoot, I forgot the cable, Adam. So Fujinet, I don't know if you know about it, is a very cool device for the Apple II family. It's very popular with the actually Atari community, but now it's also available for the Apples. Okay, so we gotta put in this cable. And that's it. Now I can put this piece back on here. And this piece also helps to hold the cable in place. Oh, you have a couple of them? Yeah, they are neat. They're very good. And some of the new things coming in version 1.5 are amazing. Okay, see, so we have a nice HDMI plug available. Very nicely done. All right, so now we need to secure this to the case. Okay, and there's a slot back here for it. You see, right there. And then you can see it there. And now I take the shorter screws. And they go right here, holding this in place. Yeah, I'm doing pre-orders for them now. They're practically built. I'm just waiting for some pins to arrive from China for me to finish the actually DB19 connector. I built 20 of them, and I think I already sold four, uh, 3 or 4 as a pre-order. Now they're running version 1.4, and it's the 1.1 board. So, okay, now also on the HDMI now cable, we can put on this end. So this also just snaps in like that, and put it down, and that's it. The HDMI cable is ready. All right, now I want to test this, so we're gonna. But I'm gonna use a speaker instead of the audio for now, because I don't have the audio cable. I don't have the other one ready. Okay, now this is why I should use this other board. Yeah, I'm not gonna use this one. This one is my bench one. I want to use this one. This is the one that's gonna go with the board. The only thing I'll do is I'll see an HDMI on a. Yes, I gotta undo the screw. I have the screw on here to help hold it. Okay, and really what I do is I'm gonna. That's it. That's the HDMI connection. Okay, very, very short and simple. That's why I didn't need a very long cable. But I mean, this piece is in here hard as it can be. All right. I need my Pico. Why is that not firing up? Did I not put that in right? Of course not. I missed one whole row of. The speaker's not the best. Alright, I need to switch off. I need to change monitors here. And let's bring the HDMI cable. The good thing is now I don't need that long adapter. And I should be able to plug this right into the back of this. You want to see if the machine is booting up or not. I'm not getting anything. Yeah, there it is. Alright, I'm in the custom profile here. I need to switch this. Because I was using this on a classic. So let me go to. Why is this program for. This is running the wrong. This is running the wrong software. But you can see what this board does is that it replaces the whole analog board, power supply, and CRT for the SE30. Yeah, this is running the wrong thing. I need to reflash this card. Alright, sorry, I just have to reflash the actually CPLD that's on the bottom of this board. And by the way, this one is the one with the fan control. Yes, Adam, it will work with the regular SE, but wait until you wait until our 1.6 comes out, because we made a couple little changes that it will fit better. And we have a different card that will work with the Classic and Classic 2. Okay, now let's see what profile we get. Select. Apple. Oh, Apple. SE30. As I plug in my things, you can see everything is hunky-dory. And let's show you what is booting. There it is. Okay, so that's running HDMI. It's the default resolution of the SE30. Okay, it is scaled a little bit. I mean, right now the RGB to HDMI is. I can let me get the info here. Um, it's the capture size is 512 by 342. The frame buffer is 640 by 360. The pie resolution for what the pie is doing is 2560 by 1440, because that's the monitor I'm using. But it is scaled to be the max of 512 by 342, which is what which is what the SE30 puts out to begin with. Scaling is actually 4.0 right now. I mean, if you want to see the info here, I can switch you back over to that camera. See, so that's the info of the output. But if you really look, I mean, this is amazing video. Oh shoot, I want to back out there. I don't have a mouse connected right now. Let me connect my cable here. Okay, so I should have a mouse working now. Oh shoot. I don't have something good with this actually HDMI cable. One second here. Yeah, I think I didn't put one of these in too good. Let me see, my problem might be this, but then I need to use my adapter. I'm not gonna like this case too much. Yeah, it's something with this. I may have to revisit this and see what I did wrong. Something in there is not too good, and because now it's coming up without any problem. So still something to work on. Yeah, true. A one-to-one would be a lot better, but I mean, finding those actually square monitors these days is next to impossible. Um, I do have, I mean, I built one of these that's got its own built-in screen, and I'm using a 9.7-inch LCD, and it looks a lot better with that because with that it fills up the entire screen. I don't have those big black bars. Um, so, but yeah, this is booting up now. See, there it is, and oh, my mouse would work if I had it plugged in, right? Okay, there we go. See, so it does come up nicely. Okay, so I still got some work here, but I want to test out the the main board. But for that, I'm gonna zoom this back out, you know, so that I can show you also more space. Okay, so I'm gonna turn this back off. I still need to do the wiring for the IIci switch. The other thing that we're doing too now with the new version, the IIci switch, instead of putting it in line with this cable here, like I did on the first one, um, we're putting a jumper on the board here that then that will control the actually Pico ATX. So your actually switch is you don't have to cut anything here or do anything here. There'll be something right on the board that you connect your actually switch to. Okay, so that would be something a lot nicer, much better, cleaner fit. I'm gonna do here too. Oh, the speaker was never connected. That's why I wasn't hearing. Oh, and the wire came undone again. That's why the speaker wasn't working. This one has a wire undone too. I don't have any speakers working. Anyway, I'm gonna. This is the. Oh my God! What just happened to my screen here? Why did I just lose everything? Wait 1 second here. Let me bring this back. Okay, I'm back. Ugh, that's so badly focused. All right. Um, I'm sorry some of this stuff makes it a little bit boring here or kind of slow moving, but it's just the way it goes. I printed these actually 3D these posts that I use to put on these pies to so it stays on there nice and flat. So this is the pie zero that's gonna go on the one for this person. Okay, the other one I'm not gonna put on yet. I'll put on that later. All right, so this is the pie for him. Okay, see, so it stays on better. I'm gonna put one here, but I just don't. The screws are in the box over there right now, so I just want to see what I get. I'm not gonna know if it's boot up because I'm not gonna connect the monitor right now. Okay. They, that looks in there good. I see my problem. I may have to redesign something. I see my problem. This cable, it's see the screws stopping it from going in completely. I gotta switch monitors again. I just want to see if that solved anything. Oh, so that's not gonna boot up because I don't have the memory card in there. Okay. Very simple process, but it works. Nice. See, it's still not seeing the monitor. Now it is. See, that's my problem right there. I need to do something. Maybe I need to put some actually flat actually screws. See, now I have video. So it's nothing with that. It's with back there. I need to figure out what to do with that. Maybe make this a bit bigger and put the screw holes further out. But then I'll have to reprint the bottom of the case. But that's fine. I don't know why it worked for me though before. All right, so it is booting up. Okay. Um, I'm gonna switch this to single monitor mode. That way I can. How long have I been going? 2 hours. Okay, so we have this at a point where I know this works. So now what I want to do is I'm gonna make some room on this side. Yeah, move this drink before it spills. It's empty now. I need the top piece. Probably going to be this HDMI cable is a problem. Well, let's see if I can do it this way. Okay, SCSI is in. I may have to make the SCSI cable longer. Floppy is in. This is radio J8, which would be this side. Positive is over there. This is red LED for power. Red is that side. And then this is this side. Alright, fan. Fan is over here. This is for over there, so I don't need this one right now. Power I still don't have in there, so if we were to do this, I just want to I forgot on this board when with this I need to those need to bend down. Alright, so I have it like this for now. I'm gonna see what we get. Alright, a couple of things I need to switch around here. I'm gonna try to hold it like I did this, so then we can all see what's happening. There's my floppy emu. Why am I not getting any of my lights? Alright, power LED is there. Alright, the blinking, this means that there is a video issue. Probably that HDMI cable is a bit loose. The fan's coming on already because of heat. What's so hot in here already? Alright, the fan is already spinning and I have my LEDs now. But this... Alright, let's do a reset. Okay, LED now is blinking and I should get monitor now then. But I'm not. I need to fix this HDMI cable thing. I Alright, and one thing I can do with this HDMI for now, so I can solve this problem. I can undo it and just bring it out. I know why it worked with me before, because I was using a cable that didn't have so much overhang. Alright, so all I'm going to do is just bring that out. Alright, everything is blinking. That light is on, but barely. I'm still not seeing screen. My monitor's not off. Black board and blue board and what? I don't know what you're. The actually blue board in here is a Pi Pico. The black is the analog, is the replacement board for the analog and power supply and video for the SE30. Okay, the fan is on spinning already. Let me get two cards here that I need. I need an SD card for the Blue SCSI and the one for the floppy emu. Alright, I'm gonna unplug everything here. Floppy emu. Oh, sorry, Blue SCSI, floppy emu card. Put you in there. Don't tell me this one is the one with the locking issue. Yeah, I had one that had a locking issue, and of course I grabbed that one. I need to throw that one out. It's in there. Right now I'm going to leave this out like this because I need to take off this housing for this floppy emu. So I just want to have it in there. Power cable, power cable. No SD card. I put you in there. Ah. It was off. No one told me anything. Anyway, unless I just turned it off. But I don't know if you can hear the speed of the fan. That's depending on the temperature. All right, so I gotta make sure I keep an eye on the microphone. This mic might be dying soon. Okay, so we are fairly much working here. We may have to move that temperature sensor a little bit. It's kind of because it's these chips right here. These PAL chips put off a lot of heat. But I guess there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, nothing wrong with that. All right, yeah, I got the message audio out. I just switched over to the other microphone. This computer off? Is off? Yeah. should start charging now. Anyway, all right, I'll deal with that later. So, is the audio back? Yes, it's back. I can see it. All right, so technically, once I have all this inside the case, then you're not gonna see all of this mess. Something just, it just turned off on me. That's all right. We can do another turn on. There it is. Screen, memory card. Yeah, no SD card. I know. I gotta find where that card flew. And everything coming up. So, folks, what do y'all think of this? Looks nice. Looks okay. I mean, very slim little case. I mean, it's really the size of an SE30 board. I mean, it's not any bigger. So you have an idea on the size of this case. I mean, this is 9 1/4, you can say, and 9 1/4. That's it. I mean, it prints at one piece on my actually A1 on my Bamboo A1 printer. It prints at just one piece. Well, the bottom and the top, okay, and the two sandwich in. And if you look on the sides here is where I have screws that will connect them together. This is speaker. Now I don't have the speaker stuff hooked up yet. Okay, and then just so y'all can get an idea of what it looks like inside. Now remember, this will be outside. Will be outside. These here, I'll end up shortening these. The only one that worries, I'm gonna undo the fan for right now. Um, these I may shorten them because I gotta change the ends. So when I change the ends, I'll probably shorten them. So, but you see, my intention was to be able to put it down like actually this. That way, your cables are long enough that you can put it down. So these here, I can shorten them quite a bit. And I'll put some more. I'll put some more actually heat actually shrink on here so that they're quite a bit easier. Now, some of the other things that you have on here is these two here. You've got two more 12-volt connections. You've got two actually 5-volt connections, and you've got a 3.3-volt connection. The power amplifier that's back here, I will have to connect to the 5 volts because it needs 5-volt power. This one over here is for your single mode button operation of the RGB to HDMI, and that's going to go to a cable and to the board. It's going to be back here because there's a button that will be on the back. So you can see, I mean, it's on right now, but let me turn it off. There. This wire will come and go out right here. Okay, and then I have to cut this open. I have to splice this here and go to a switch that will be back there. So this will be a lot nicer. Now I normally splice it more down here. Okay, that way then if you do the Pico, you got plenty of room for it to come out because I still want you to be able to do this and bring it out. So it'll go from here to the switch and then from the switch on to the Pico. Okay, that way then this connector, you still have a lot of room that you can do the Pico coming out. So, but y'all see what this is. I'll fix these cables. For now, we're gonna do something rude and crude here. Don't worry. What I do with this is that I put two actually tabs, so I fold both ends like this on top of each other, so that I can pull it back off easily. Let's do one more. So now these files, the file for this board, for this case, without the floppy emu, if you have a printer big enough and you want to try to print one, let me see if I still have it in my, I don't think I copied anything else. Yeah, it's still there. Okay, there is the link on my GitHub. You can download a version of this case without the floppy emu portion of it on the outside, on the front. I know we haven't tested everything else yet, but I'm hungry for y'all. It is 3 o'clock. I need some lunch. Being actually diabetic, I need to eat some food. Um, so we have some things I still need to do to this. I need to figure out this HDMI thing, or switch over to the other cable that I have. But other people may have the same issue, so I got to see what I'm gonna do about that. Now these cables are a bit nicer, and they're all labeled and so forth. So I do need to switch their ends over to go into these sockets, but I'll make this hell of a lot shorter. Okay. And I need to connect the amplifier to power, the amplifier to audio. So those are two cables there that I need. I need to do the boards for the buttons for the floppy emu, and for this other one I need to find out why this floppy emu did not see my card when I did have it in there. So, and that's a different animal to work on later. But anyway, nice board. I think this is, if I was to throw all this in here, and let's close it up. Nothing's connected though, okay? I just want to close it up for y'all to get an idea. It's a very nice tight fit. Okay, when it's closed, you don't really see the seam. So speaker side, there's your back side. The fan is here. You will have a switch here, and this is your DC connector. Will be right there. Okay, this is your audio, your power amplifier, so you can turn it off and then turn it, and then that will increase and decrease. There's your volume. This is the HDMI single button mode. Button will be here. So on this side now we have the two buttons, your NMI and your reset. This is your air vent, this is your speaker. So, and you have your holes for the screws to go in. On the bottom I do have locations for feet, so it will get some feet in there. And then this is the front. SCSI is your bottom light, which will be red. Your top one here is green for the power. Okay, this is your blue SCSI large size SD card connector slot. It does go in upside down, because remember the blue SCSI is hanging in here upside down, so you do have to put the card in upside down, okay, not that way. Your screen for your floppy emu. This will be your SD card slot for the emu. And then I'm going to make the button thing for here. Now understand, this is a 3D printed case, okay. You do see some actually imperfections. It's not injected molding, so there are some areas. I mean, you can't really see it too much on camera, but you see, I mean, there you can see some of the imperfections. But that happens. I mean, there's not much I can do about that. Just how it prints sometimes and how it goes. That's the thing with these actually 3D printed, but it's still very nice and compact. Now we saw it was 9 1/4, and the height is only 3 inches. So I think this is a very nice, very slender looking SE30 box, and you put your monitor, you can put it on the side like this if you want to. Well, not if you put it on the side, you're going to bury one of the speakers. can't go on the other side because you got these buttons. So it's really meant for a desktop. We do want to make a tower version, and that tower version we're gonna have like a backplane board that then you can add more of the PDS slot cards in there, because it will sit like this and then the card will come out, so it will be a bit wider and it'll have the cards in there. So this is it. I think it's a very nice thing. I think the person, you all saw the name, so I can say it now, Eric, but it's not Eric. It's not the Eric that actually streams. It's a different Eric. Um, yeah, it looks very nice. Huh? So what I'm gonna do is I am going to wave here to everybody and say thank you. I do want to go get some lunch, and then I need to let the dog out. And I will try. I'll do some of this other repair, some of this final finishing touches off camera. Now that I know what my boards are, I can't believe they were in this box this whole time, right here actually in front of me. There are two boards that I need to do. You see these two. This one is for the RGB to HDMI single button mode, and this is for the floppy emu buttons. So let me put those two out here right now so I know, and I can get those done. So Adam, thank you. Point 0.5, thank you. Who else was here? Vernon, thank you. Martin, Retro Techie, you're probably gone too. Let me see who else was here in the chat. Luke was here way earlier, but I don't think he's here anymore. Computer Booter, you were one that was here. My dog is walking there in the background. Who else did I miss? Chip, thank you for being here and taking participation in the chat. 2 hours and 45 minutes. I'm hoping Bruce has a stream tonight. Vernon, I hope you like this. This is not. I mean, it's a nice little thing. One of my side projects. We wanted to make something different because a lot of people may have a SE30 board, and but just don't have the chassis, and the CRT actually tube broke or something on the neck, or something happened to it, and this is an actually alternative. I mean, yes, I'm making the files available. You can download them. All the information is in the items needed file. It tells you the items you need to buy, but some of it you do have to do some work. I mean, you saw how long it took me for the cables. Okay, now if you don't care about the cables being long, you can buy these cables off of Amazon. Okay, I mean, here's one. You see, it comes this long, and it's got a header on this side and header on this side. Just normal actually DuPont headers, and you plug them in, and that's it. So, but then you're gonna have a mess in there with a lot of cables, and you need to run them nicely, and so forth. So, so basically, I mean, it's the person that this is for. I mean, it's his logic board and all that. The items I gotta charge him for are the things that I'm putting in, like the Blue SCSI, the actually floppy emu, the actually cable things, the actually speakers and amplifier, which is $11, $12 for that. And then some of the button things and this and that, minor little things that I gotta charge you for. Really, the actually print the case itself is just the filament stuff that I'm gonna charge you for. So really, it's the stuff that's inside that is making the actually cost. I mean, a floppy emu is what the one the screen and everything is 110 or 99 or something like that. The actually Blue SCSI is not much, but then our analog card, our compact card, that's actually 120. I mean, so right there with just that card and the floppy emu, you're already a little bit over actually 300. Is that no? Well, 220. Let's just say $100 for the emu, so you're at 220 plus the Blue SCSI. Those are what, $30 now or something like that. So you're at 250. So and really, there's nothing on top of that for me. Okay, so and I'm not doing it for me to make something. That's why the files are out there if you want to do it yourself. I do have the version that has a screen up here on top that comes up, that is all in one then, and I had that at VCF showing. So that's a nice thing too, because then it truly is an actually all in one. And I mean, I have it up there. You can see it. Where is it? Right there. That black thing, that black and white is the base is white, and the top piece of the case is black, and then the monitor is on top. But I don't have it assembled right now. So that has an LCD in it. So it doesn't even have a HDMI coming out the back here. I mean, the port is still there, but it is not connected inside. So, but anyway, folks, I'm going to end it here. I'm going to go get some lunch, or it might be an actually early dinner. So, and we will see you all on my next stream. Well, won't be tomorrow, because tomorrow I'm joining the stream of Dave. So I'll be on there. Not sure what I'll be working on tomorrow, but anyway. So thank you, folks, for watching. Appreciate it.